Who can understand that the soul has hills, mountains, valleys, and so forth? Yet it hath all these things in a higher and heavenly sense. Still more difficult will it be to prove or show the Bible saying, the kingdom of heaven is within. Everyone is a literal truth. Soul, per se, contains within itself the sum total of dozen universes, each differing from the other, each one overlaying that beneath it, and just as fast as the soul outgrows, unfolds from, or vastates either of these, new and higher ones become apparent, just as there dwells an appreciation of the refined and beautiful in every course of man. But in order for this aesthetic sense shall come out and be active, a certain discipline is essential, the result of which is vastation and throwing off of what impeded and obstructed this beauty sense. This is the end and mission of education or discipline. Our principal life, for we lead several lives at the same time, is the life of imagination. We form, in fact create, a mystic power not yet understood, whole galleries of paintings, figures, adventures, and circumstances, houses in Spain, castles in the air. These are our increations, because while yet the body, they loom up in the deep, distant depths of the minds as images more or less vague and shadowy. They are as yet within us, pictured as they are, upon the outer surfaces of the soul, yet within the radius of the spirit. After death, these become the realities of our then existence, are the spontaneous outbursts or outcreations of our souls, and in them we live, move, and have our being, happy, joyous, pleasant, provided our souls are beautiful, calm, and serene. But if they be not so, then those outcreations are full of horrors, serpents, noisome things, reptiles, and dead men's bones. Few, very few clairvoyants have ever beheld the realities of the spiritual world. I know of but few, contemporaneous or historical, whom I believe that have beheld the mysteries of the other life. Among the few, Behem, Swedenborg, and Harris, and stand preeminent. The others, some of them honest doubtless, but often deluded, have beheld their own outcreations or spiritual photographs of the sky surfaces of things and events pertaining to earth. Every outcreation differs from all others. Hence arise the annoying discrepancies in diverse accounts of the same things which are constantly receiving, as, for instance, the spirit land, the sun, moon, planets, and their occupants is given by various so-called modern seers. The memory of man is eternal to himself, while here, but after death it is, as it were, the furniture of the parlor wherein he lives on the other side of time. And those tableaux vivants, or living pictures, when seen by clairvoyants, are passed off upon men in the revelations of reality when they are but the ephemera of existence. Spirits tell us of their legs, lungs, bodies, lands, parks, and so forth, of their gardens, houses, trees, forests, and the like. All this is very well, and are spiritual facts to them, yet are but outcreations of the human soul, which really has no legs, arms, and so forth, because the soul is mind, and can have no possible use for these things. Yet, for the long period, these very things are realities to the spirit and to the clairvoyants. The fact is, good spirits do not appear 1/10 as often as imagined. The majority of the spiritual appearances are but outcreations, subjective images of the seer, objectified, or are the psychological projections of other minds, images impressed on the susceptible person's brain. The spiritual world, as it is generally mapped out to us, appears but a few degrees in advance of this one, on the same general plane, if we are to believe the tales told us concerning it, while the fact is that the world is not like this in any respect. It is not a place, literally speaking, but is a condition, a single one of countless that have been, of millions yet to be. Dream life is a good illustration of my meaning. It is a condition of the soul. In it we have of life actual, real, absolute, not far off regions, because we are still, so to speak, in our bedrooms, but in the midst of the private domain, our own outcreations, our personal universe. The human soul, as said before, is a divine kaleidoscope which forever changes, yet never exhausts its capacity either for change or for the appreciation bliss thence derived, or of troubled encounter. So we have no need of legs in the spirit world, because our movements are not with reference to space. We have done with roads and distances there. Our changes are of the state of condition. Illustration. Anna is a beautiful girl, pious, good, pure, excellent. Sits beside her lover John, a polished scoundrel in every sense. One bullet kills both instantly. They die on the spot. Both awake in the other life, in the same room, yet are a million miles apart, because their respective mental states determine their relation to each other there, albeit other things terminate here. They may never not only not meet again, but never know aught of each other. So vast is the real distance, condition between the twain. The spiritual world of the one will abound with forms of beauty, use, goodness. That of the other will abound with toads, swamps, snakes, bugs, and unseemly things. Why? Because each is surrounded with his or her personal outcreations. Each communicating back to earth will tell what each beholds. Both will be true, yet both fail to be given the ghost of the real notion about the absolute supernal world. Whatever we are, we see. Whatever we want is there before us. We have. Thus we can ascend in goodness or sink away to the very depths of hell, both our own, however. All these things came to me there as I floated on a wave of sea of knowledge. Self-induced psychovision often passes as the product of spirits. The line is yet to be drawn between the seemingly and real in this respect. Spirits are the monad's spiritual cycle, atoms, God existence from all past eternity. Secondly, they are awakened beings, self-existence to the future states, not times merely. Thirdly, at physical birth they, as monads, cease to be. At physical death a change is complete and great as the last occurs.